Hello everyone, Michael O'Brien here. Today I wanted to talk about upsells and downsells. Welcome back everyone to another episode of Advice for Magicians, where of course the goal is to help you all to take your magic to the next level. My name is Michael O'Brien, and in today's video we are going to be discussing some ways that you can upsell yourself and some things that you can do in case a client, says that the packages that you have to offer are just a little bit outside of their budget. So, especially now since COVID is, slowly starting to normalize, and some gigs, live shows, that is, are starting to kind of come in. A lot of the clients are, their budgets are kind of all over the place right now. So in this video, I'm going to teach you guys just a couple of ideas that you can use to upsell to your client, and also some things that you can do in case the client says, sorry, I don't have a budget for that. But before we do, just a couple of announcements. If you have not already done so, please make sure to click the subscribe button and don't forget to ring the notification bell. That way you will stay updated anytime I upload a new video. Also, keep in mind that this channel is sponsored by you. For just $1 a month, you can become a member. All you have to do is just click the join button, and you guys will get access to a ton of awesome stuff, including tutorials, early access to videos, emojis, badges, and more. In fact, I would like to go ahead and shout out just a few of our newest members, and thank you all so much for joining. So let's go ahead and give shout outs to Manikim Newfield, Martine Lodiero, and Jen Kaiser ZR. Thank you guys so much for joining. Your love and support really means a lot to me. And you are all the reason that I can honestly keep this channel going. Because without you, it's just really hard to justify, putting all this work and effort into these videos. I really want to keep doing them. So if you know anybody that would benefit from becoming a member, please go ahead and let them know. I'd love to have them in the channel. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the content of this video. First of all, I talked about upsells and downsells. So what is an upsell? All an upsell is essentially an add-on or an extra package that you're going to include in your product to charge more money. So, for example, let's just say I'm going to go do a children's magic show, right? And the mom wants to book me for the 30-minute magic show. Let's just say the 30-minute magic show costs $300. Right? If I don't upsell or anything, I can just book the $300 show and boom, there's my $300. I go in, I do my kids' show, and I go out. And that's fine. But you want to try to make as much money off of each performance as possible. So I might pitch some of my additional packages to that parent that's booking me for the kids' show. So I might say something like this. Is little Timmy interested in learning magic? Because right now I am offering a Magic Academy package where I will, after the show, teach one or two of the tricks that I did in the show so that the kids can learn them. They learn some basic sleight of hand skills. I teach them maybe a card trick, maybe a little arts and crafts thing that they can take home. And then they get this big old grab bag and they can reach in and they all get to take home one little magic trick with them, right? And I could sell that package for an extra $150, and all it takes is 15 minutes of my time and a trip to the dollar store or to look online for magic props that are really inexpensive, like the appearing flower, or they have these little magic kits that you can get that are like $1.50 a piece, and it comes with like 3 or 4 little tricks inside of them, or the little kinetic arm toys that go back and forth. That's a really popular one. A lot of stuff like this. You can just go to the dollar store and you can find a lot of this stuff. So you buy this stuff and then you package it together. I do a 15-minute little thing where maybe I teach how to make a penny disappear. Maybe depending on the age of the kids, maybe I might teach them the one where you rub it on the elbow and you hide it behind your ear. Or maybe I might teach a hot rod with a popsicle stick, and now you have an arts and crafts thing where they can color the popsicle stick, make it their own, and then you can show them, how to make the popsicle stick change colors or something like that. So you put together that little 15-minute thing, and that's an extra $150 now that you can add onto your package. Another thing that you can do is you can learn some basic balloon twisting, maybe learn like 5 or 6 different designs, And you can put a package together where at the end of the show, all of the kids get to take home a balloon animal. And you show up with a menu, and all right, kids, these are the 6, balloon animals that you get to choose from. You pick an animal and you pick a color, and I'll make it for you. You can do swords, or a dog, or a butterfly, or make like a little hat, right? There are a lot of really easy balloon designs that you can learn, even just going on YouTube. And with just a little bit of practice, you can do them. And a lot of the designs, you'll notice, just minor little changes completely changes the animal that you're making. So for example, if you learn how to make a balloon dog, you can learn how to make a dinosaur, and it's almost like the same thing. The only difference is you start from the back, you make the tail, and then you make the little hump for the back, and then the head is almost the same as like a dog head. You twist it, make the neck a little bit longer, and now you have like a long neck dinosaur. So there's a lot of really cool balloon animals that you can make that only require 1 balloon, and it's not a whole lot of work, right? There are also a lot of 2 balloon designs out there that you can do that are not very difficult either, like lightsabers, for example. So you have like a white handle or like a gray handle, and you can ask them what color do you want your lightsaber to be, and then you can make the blade whatever color that they want, right? Star Wars is really popular right now, and the kids love the swords. The swords are like the most popular requested item that you make, and the swords each take like 15 seconds to make. Sword, right? So really easy to do, and a good upsell because you can charge like $150, or you can charge by the kid. You can charge like $3 per child, or however you want to do it, right? The way that I personally do it is I offer the package as an add-on for the first 30 children, and then every child after that is an additional $3. So that way you're not there for 3 hours after the show doing balloons for 150 kids. If there's 150 kids, of course you charge accordingly. So another thing you can do is you can add on a strolling package. So you do a 30-minute kids show, and then you can say, is it like a big family to get together? Is there going to be a lot of adults there? The children's magic show that I perform is already very family friendly anyway, so the adults can usually watch it, and they're going to enjoy it too. It's not too kitty. The adults will watch the children's magic show, and they'll enjoy it just as much as the kids. But you can pitch this strolling magic, and you can say, I'll walk around for an extra hour, and I'll mingle with the adults. I'll do more adult-oriented magic like card tricks and stuff like that. Or if the children themselves want to see more magic, I can go to the kids in smaller groups, and I can do some more magic with them. And that's an extra X amount of money. So what you've done now is you've said, okay, here's the base thing. Would you like to add this? Would you like to add this? Would you like to add this? All right. And I've had parents that want the total package. They want the biggest thing, and it's like $800 now instead of the $300 that I was going to get for the show, because I show up, I do a magic show, I teach the kids how to do some magic tricks, I walk around and mingle with the adults. Every kid gets to take home a balloon and a magic trick. So it's like this whole thing. I even have a rabbit that I use in my act, and my rabbit is actually an upsell. I will produce the rabbit, and then the kids at the end of the show can all come up and pet the rabbit, but that's not included in the children's magic show. If they want that, it's an extra upsell. So like I said, there's all these different ideas that you can do to upsell to the client to try to get as much money for your event as you can, because you're already driving out there, you're already having to set everything up, you're already having to do the show and tear everything down. Usually you're only going to be able to do maybe 2 shows a day, unless you're doing like a really early show, a show in the afternoon, and like an evening show. You're usually only going to really have enough time to do 2 shows in a day. So you want to really get your money's worth out of it and do as much as you can at that event. Now, those are upsells. Let's talk about what to do when the client says, oh, sorry, I can't really afford your price. Because I'm sure we've all been there before, where the client watches your videos and they read your testimonials and they decide to call you up and they're like, hey, I'm having a kid's party and we want to have a magician, and you explain to them everything that you're going to do at their party, and they're like, oh my goodness, that sounds so great. And then you give them the price and they're like, it's a little bit outside my budget. Right? What you don't want to do is just say, oh, okay, well then that's fine. What's your budget? I'll just do it for that. And the reason for that is because you don't want to seem like, you're just willing to go ahead and do the magic for whatever price they chose. You want to tell them, okay, well, I have this package and this is how much this package is goes for. It's like if I go to Burger King and I order a burger and I'm like, I don't really want to pay $6 for the burger. Can you make the burger for me for $3? They're not going to just make that burger for you for $3. What they're going to tell you is, well, right now the Whopper is $6, but we have this double cheeseburger that is $3. It's not as big as the Whopper. It doesn't taste the same, but it's a different burger and it's within your budget. You're going to want to do the same thing with your package offers that you're putting together. So, for example, let's just say I have a package that I offer for my adult shows called the Castle Act. And all it is essentially is a 30-minute close-up show where I come in and I do essentially my castle act. So I do sponge balls, I do linking rings, I do some card magic, coin magic, all kinds of stuff like that. I do my Pokemon card trick, right? So that's essentially my act. If I wanted to upsell them on that, I would pitch them my magic and mentalism show, where I do my book test and Rubik's Cube magic and my Nintendo mind reading trick with the NES games and stuff, and all of that stuff gets included in it. It's a little bit longer, it's a little bit more expensive. So usually that's what I'll do, is I'll ask them, what is it that you're looking for? How many people are going to be there? All that stuff. And then I'll pitch them the package that I think is appropriate. First, I'll try to pitch them on the Castle Act. And then I'll say, if you have a larger group of people coming, or if you want me to stretch the show out because you said you wanted me to do an hour of magic, well, my Castle Act is only 30 minutes, but I can do an hour of magic with my mentalism show. Is that something that sounds good for you, right? So you try to get that upsell. Now, let's just say I pitch them on the Castle Act, and let's just say my Castle Act is $500, and they tell me, oh, yeah, it's a little bit outside my budget. My budget is more like $300, right? So I'm not going to just say, okay, well, I'll just do the Castle Act for $300. What I will tell them is I actually do have another package. It's a package that I call the Expert at the Card Table package. And it's essentially a 20 to 25 minute show, and it's all card magic. The card magic is still super engaging. It's highly polished. It's interactive. It's super visual, and it's not like little kiddie card tricks. It's professional sleight of hand with a deck of cards. It's easy for me because I just show up with a deck of cards and I'm ready to go. I don't have a big setup that I need to do. So that's why I charge a little bit less for that. And that package is $350. Does that sound like something that you would like? So you're giving them a kind of a compromise. Same thing like I said with the Burger King situation, right? They're not going to just give you that Whopper for $6, but they will pitch you on another burger that's a lower price. So what I recommend that you do is you have your upsells and you have your downsells, right? So your upsells are, they're already happy with wanting to buy that thing, and you ask them if they would like to add to it. If they say no, that's fine. You just sell them the base package and they're happy. The downsell is a watered down version of whatever that package is that you're offering for a lower price in the event that someone says that they cannot afford or you're outside of their budget for the package that they want. Now, I've done videos in the past talking about doing magic for exposure and stuff, and so some of you are probably watching this video and going, Michael, you're a hypocrite, because in the other video the other day you said that you can do shows for free, so why wouldn't you just work with their budget? Now, you absolutely can work with their budget if you really want to. You can say something like, okay, normally I wouldn't bring down my price, but I don't have any other shows that day, so I'm willing to come down on my price a little bit, but here are my demands. I'm going to bring a camera crew in, I'm going to film it, and I'm going to ask you to leave some reviews for me, and a video testimonial, and blah, 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 blah. So, if you want to come down on the price a little bit, you can, but make it worth your while. Just like in the exposure video that I talked about, you don't want to just show up and just do the gig and then leave and not get paid for it. If you're going to do a free event, or you're going to do an event at a reduced price, you want to make sure that you're getting something out of it. So if you're going to lower your price to help the client out, that's completely fine, but you want to get something out of it. Okay. So like I said, bringing in a camera, videotaping your show, whatever it is that you're going to do, use that as a marketing opportunity for you so that you can use it to get more business, right? Another thing that I'll do is I'll tell my clients, if you guys refer me to some of your friends and I book one of those shows, I will, give you a cut of my referral, or like a referral fee. I'll give you a cut of my fee. So I can't give you a discount on this show. You want the $500 package, I can't give you a discount on it. But what I can do is if you refer me to a friend and that friend books me, I can take $100 off of your fee because you had a friend book me. So you see what it does? Like it keeps the money in your pocket, but it also helps the client out. So essentially that's what you want to do. You want to find a way to make your client happy and do what you can for them, but you also don't want to be losing money out on it either. For me right now, it is extremely difficult to leave the house and to go do an event for anything under $300. So my cheapest package, my base bottom line package is $300. I will pitch them on a $500 or $800 package or $400 an hour for strolling magic. I will not pitch them on my base because now I have no wiggle room if I pitch them on my base. So I will pitch them on one of these other packages, and if that's outside of their budget and I am not able to convince them to go for any of those packages, I will pitch my base package and say, for $350, I can do my expert at the card table performance, and this is the best deal that I can give you guys. And worst case scenario, in my mind, I'm not losing money because I know that at the very least I'm going out and I'm doing my show for $300. But if your base package is $300 and you pitch that first and they tell you that they only have $100, now you're kind of in a bind, right? So it's always good to have upsells so you can get more money out of your services, and downsells in the event that a client can't afford your product. You can offer them an alternative solution that has both of you in mind, keeping your client in mind and working with their budget, but also not shafting yourself, right? And forcing yourself to give up work, because let's just say now that you agree to do the show and you're only doing like 50% of what you wanted to get for it, and you had to ask for your day off from work and all this stuff, and then another gig comes in and this other gig wants to pay you your rate. Well, you can't just cancel on that other guy and go do the other gig now. You're kind of locked into this event. So you want to do your best to charge what you are comfortable making for a service. And the easiest way to do that is to upsell. And if they don't have the money for that larger package that you're trying to pitch them, having a base package that you can fall back on in a worst case scenario. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not already done so, please make sure to click the subscribe button and don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you guys will be alerted anytime I upload new videos. We're also going to be doing some really cool giveaways and some contests with prizes on this channel. If you would like a chance to enter and win a prize, please visit our community tab and check out our latest contests.